My name is Yermaya Dharani, and welcome to the Body, Mind, Soul Project. Today, we're going to be talking about how it is that you can bolster your immune system by using vitamins and supplements. The reason why I want to go over this is because we're living in an unprecedented time where, as you guys all know, there's some really, really nasty flus out there this year. And if we can give ourselves any sort of an edge so that we not only survive but thrive during this period, it's definitely in our benefit. The way that I'm doing this is it's a 7-part series that I've been doing. This is episode 4 of the 7-part series. And if you guys miss any of the other parts, you guys can go to my Facebook page, the Body, Mind, Soul Project, and review any of those videos that you missed. There was some really good information that was shared on those videos. So I do recommend going back and checking those out if you guys missed it. Okay. So, the reason I want to talk about vitamins and supplements is because they're crucial. In the last episode, we talked about eating right, which is absolutely critical. That's probably one of the biggest things that we can do to keep our immune system strong is to eat well. But the reality of the situation is that it is almost impossible for us to get all of the nutrients that we need from our food, because it takes a lot of time to change the way that we eat, shop in a different way, to cook different recipes. Honestly, it can be expensive, and just changing our diet in general is quite difficult. I haven't been able to be very successful in changing my habits, the way that I eat over the years, to tell you the truth. My diets and things like that have, for the most part, stayed the same, over many, many years. So once again, I want to mention that you should consult a physician before making any big changes. And I want to go over, the things that we're going to be discussing in this video. The first thing that we're going to talk about is why vitamins and supplements are something that we should consider taking now more than ever before. The next thing that I want to talk about is what the benefits of taking vitamins and supplements are. And then finally, I want to talk about what the most important vitamins and supplements specifically for your immune system are. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so why we need vitamins now more than ever. So, I just want to tell a little bit of a story about myself. There came a time in my life where I realized that in order to achieve some of the goals that I'd set for myself, that I needed to become an entrepreneur. That meant, starting a business of my own, and sort of planting my flag that way. The issue that I had is that I was already married with kids. I had, a mortgage, multiple mortgages. I had multiple car payments. And then I had a job that was paying for all of those and also paying me quite well. So, in order for me to become an entrepreneur and to start to realize my dreams, I had to find more time that I could put into my business, sort of part-time, away from my full-time job. And trying to balance that with a family and everything, I struggled to basically get the energy levels that were required to do that. And I had to actually do certain things so that my body would produce the energy that was required for me to be able to work full-time on my job and part-time on my dreams. Okay. And one of the things that I realized that I needed to do was to start taking high quality vitamins and supplements. And it was something that made a big difference for me. And the reason why it made a big difference is that in order for us to get the nutrients that we really need, we're supposed to be eating 5 colors of the rainbow every single day. So they call it the 5 shades of nutrients. You want to eat stuff that's red, like maybe red peppers, stuff that's orange colored, like oranges and things like that. Blue covered things like blueberries, white and yellow colored things like onions and garlic, and then of course green things. Okay. And it's very difficult for us to be able to get all 5 of those colors in every single day. And if we're not doing that, we're sort of missing out on our potential, So in order to get sufficient amounts of the nutrients we need, a lot of variety. For example, just to get the omega-3s that we're required to have, that are suggested for us to keep inflammation and everything down in our body, we're supposed to be eating 2 8-ounce servings of fish each and every single week. Combine that with the fruits and vegetables that you're supposed to eat, the dairy, and the yogurt that you should be having for probiotics. The list goes on and on and on. And unless you are very good at planning your meals, which I personally am not, it's going to be difficult for you to be able to get all of the nutrients that you need, and there's going to be gaps, okay? And this is where vitamins and supplements come in. And the reason why they're more important now than they ever have been before, in my opinion, is because our food is just not as nutritious as it used to be. Oftentimes now the food that we get doesn't, come from farms that, produce it locally. Oftentimes the fruits and vegetables that we get are coming from long distances away. And in order for them to be able to survive the journey, they have to be picked early. Then they're sprayed with a chemical that makes it so that they ripen on the way over here. And what you have is a fruit, that is full size, but the nutrients inside it are just a fraction of what the nutrients used to be many, many years ago. Not only that, pesticides are being used, all kinds of chemicals are being used in our food so that farmers can produce as much food as they possibly can. And this is not a shot at farmers at all. God bless them. If it wasn't for farmers, we wouldn't have anything to eat. But this is just the reality of the marketplace right now. So everything's basically designed to make it so that it grows fast, so that it grows big. The meat that we eat has more fat and hormones in it than it ever has before, right? Fruits and vegetables have less nutrients, and like I said, more chemicals and pesticides, okay? So we're not getting all the nutrients that we need. In fact, there was a study that showed, according to the World Health Organization, that Canadians, 94% of the Canadian population is not getting the nutrients that they need on a day-to-day basis from their regular diet, okay? And this is where the vitamins and supplements come in. So first of all, I want to talk about what the benefits of the vitamins and supplements are, because before I even get into which ones are the best for your immune system, I want to try and sell you on the idea of taking high quality vitamins and supplements, okay? So, these benefits are not limited to, but they include naturally boosting your energy production. This is something that I personally experienced quite a bit. Strengthening your immune system, which is what this program is all about. Supporting your heart health. Heart disease is one of the major killers of people, in North America. Brain health, right? Because we're living so much longer now, diseases like Alzheimer's and things like that are, becoming more and more common. Eye health. Taking vitamins and supplements can improve your digestion. It can improve your metabolism, so that you don't gain too much weight and you have more energy. It can improve muscle function. It can improve bone health, and it can do much, much more than that as well. Okay, so I keep mentioning high quality vitamins and supplements, okay? So there's a bit of a section that I want to have over here where I just talk about what it is that you might want to consider avoiding when you do decide to invest in vitamins and supplements, okay? So first of all, what you want to do is you want to look for natural vitamins that use either whole food or organic ingredients, okay? The reason for this is because most of the popular vitamins out there, and I'm talking about the ones where you get like 180 pills for $9, at Save On Foods. So most of those vitamins are vitamins where the nutrients are synthetically produced. What that means is that those nutrients are produced in a laboratory. And our body is very, very smart. When we put those vitamins inside our body looks at that vitamin pill and the nutrients inside it, and right away, categorizes them as something that's synthetic. And because it's synthetic, it kind of looks at it like it's an alien thing, and it doesn't absorb into the body well. And the ultimate telltale sign, of this is if you take your multivitamin and then a few hours later, when you go to the bathroom to pee, you notice that your pee is neon yellow. Your pee is literally glowing in the dark, or it's radioactive. That means that that vitamin that you just took all just came out in your pee. Your body didn't absorb it, right? So if that's the case, you're almost better off not taking vitamins at all, if you're not willing to invest in vitamins that are a little bit higher quality, okay? So natural multivitamins can work so well that if you take them too late in the day, you might not even be able to go to bed that's how much energy they should be giving you. You know, my vitamin game is pretty legit. And I'm the type of person that if I take my vitamins too late, I can't go to sleep at night. That's how powerful those vitamins are, you know? And so sometimes you've just got to pony up for the good stuff because it honestly makes a difference. And when it comes to your health, right, there's really nothing more important. You can't put a price tag on, you know, what being healthy feels like, right? Another thing that you want to make sure about is that the vitamins that you're getting are NSF certified. So that's the National Sanitation Foundation. That's the regulatory body that basically looks at those vitamins and makes sure that the ingredients and everything in there are solid and meet, you know, regulatory requirements, because there's a lot of, you know, companies that started recently and you don't know what the quality of the product is, okay? So basically, to sum that up, it's all about absorption, okay? If your body cannot absorb the vitamin that you're taking, you're almost better off not taking that vitamin. And the key to good absorption is the quality of the ingredients. You know, they shouldn't be synthetically produced. They should be produced, or they should be sourced organically, you know, or naturally. All right, so let's get down to it. So vitamins for immunity, okay? And they're in no specific order except for the first one, right? The first one, if there's just one vitamin that you're going to be taking, I would recommend it be the first one, and that is a very, very good multivitamin, okay? So if you're not going to take any other of these vitamins, but you're just going to take a very, very good multivitamin, you know, you're 80% of the way there. Because what that multivitamin is designed to do is it's designed to fill in all the gaps in your nutrition. You know, so all of the things that we're missing, all of those colors of the rainbow that we're not eating on a day-to-day basis, right? This multivitamin is designed to fill in all of those gaps, okay? And it's basically essential in general, even if you're not looking at strengthening your immunity. But obviously, it's going to do wonders to strengthen your immunity as well, okay? The next thing that you want to consider is a type of probiotic vitamin, okay? So this is basically something that's going to balance the flora in the body. You know, it's going to prevent many digestive disorders. It's going to increase the amount of good bacteria that you have in the body. And studies have shown that it improves immunity against many, many common ailments, okay? The next is omega-3 fatty acids, all right? So you can get these from eating fish, or you can get these from vitamin supplements. What they help to do is reduce inflammation in the body, you know, which can prevent illness. And then obviously the next thing is vitamin C. Everybody knows how important vitamin C is, and it is one of the cheapest and easiest ways to get your daily serving of immunity boosting ingredients. The thing is that you should consult a physician about how much vitamin C you should be taking. You know, make sure that you don't take too much of it. Sometimes it actually tastes good, those pills. Next, Echinacea. You know, some people swear by Echinacea. They say that if it's taken, you know, while you have a cold, it can reduce the severity and the length of the cold considerably. Studies on this are controversial, though, you know, as are the studies on a lot of different herbs and things like that, right? You know, pharmaceutical drugs and things are well funded because there's companies that are producing them. Those companies are prepared to pay for all kinds of studies to prove that it works. That's not always the case when it comes to herbs, but Echinacea has been used for, you know, hundreds of years to strengthen the immune system by herbalists. Okay, next is golden seal. So this is a little known but very, very powerful herb that should be taken with caution. It's very powerful. It has antibacterial and antiseptic properties. It's actually called nature's antibiotic, right? But it can make your stomach upset if too much is taken. What you want to do is you want to consult a trained herbalist. And just like with the Echinacea, this is something that you want to take only when you're sick. It's not something that you want to take every day like a multivitamin, because your body can develop a tolerance to it, you know, so you only want to take it when you get sick. That's how it'll be the most effective, okay? And the next vitamin is zinc, all right? It's often hard to get all the zinc that we need from our diet. So many people have zinc deficiencies right now, and that is a major cause of fatigue and being lethargic. So zinc actually has been added as a primary ingredient to many over-the-counter cold and flu remedies. Okay, so getting zinc in your diet is something that's also very important. All right. And last but not least is also one of my personal favorites, and that is a greens drink. Okay, so with these greens drinks, what they basically are is a compilation or a comprehensive sort of package of fruits and vegetables that come in powder form. You take this powder, you put it in a glass of water, you stir it, and you drink it. Okay, there's many different brands of these greens drinks out there, and they're starting to get very popular. I've been taking it for years. It's usually the equivalent, like a good greens drink is the equivalent of 6 to 8 servings of vegetables a day. So that's almost your entire daily recommended dose of vegetables that you can get just by having one glass of that greens drink. Okay, you should be taking it every day. There's also, instead of the greens drink, there's also a berry drink, a phyto berry type drink, which is the equivalent of 6 to 8 servings of fruits. So if you're taking the greens drink, and a berries drink along with the multivitamin, then basically that covers all of your bases. And that's what I do. To me, that's the easiest. I take a very, very high quality multivitamin. And then after that, I take my greens drink that also has fruits in it. And I do that every single day. And as far as I'm concerned, that's pretty much covering all of my bases. And I would recommend that to all of you guys as the easiest way of making sure that you get all your vitamins. So you know what, to conclude, I just want to say that it's best to get our nutrients from our diet if we can, but it's also very, very difficult to be able to do it, okay? And so if you guys got anything out of this at all, just remember that our diet, is leaving a lot of gaps, in our nutrition right now. Those gaps can be filled with vitamins only if they're high quality. Multivitamins and those green drinks are, by far the most comprehensive and basically cover all of your bases for you. So please tune in tomorrow when the episode that we have talks about various different exercises and how you can exercise to stimulate your immune system. If you guys got anything out of this at all, please like, share, or follow. And thank you so much for tuning in, and God bless you all. Take care. Bye-bye.